What's up, everyone? This is Young Nicomaro, aka the Lazy Genius, aka Finball Calamitous, and trying to come up with a topic for my first little in-depth character breakdown. And one that I had on my mind for a while now is uh, bad backstories for otherwise good anime and manga characters. And the two that I have in mind for particularly are Garou from One Punch Man, which might be deliberately done on purpose, and then two, Bakugou from everyone's favorite, it seems, My Hero Academia, which seems not to be as much. Well, I guess you can argue to say that it's deliberate, but I think it's just more bad writing and try to fit into a typical shonen trope as like the secondary main character. I don't know if that's oxymoronic or not, secondary main character. But you guys know what I'm saying. You know that kind of Vegeta to Goku role, or the Kaiba to Yugi, Yami Yugi, or whatever you want to call it, the Pharaoh. You know, those type of roles. And yeah, man, this one has been bothering me for a while. Not bothering me, I would say, but well, yeah, I've been kind of perturbed, especially with the My Hero fans in the community. And don't get me wrong, I love the manga. I love the anime. I like. I actually kind of prefer the manga over the anime at this point, but the anime is about to get real good with this Eight Precepts uh, arc that's coming up, which I kind of feared for a long time because people was trying to say My Hero was the best thing since sliced bread before before they even got to this new season that's about to begin. So once they see how good this new arc is gonna be, oh man, I don't even want to be around for the hype. But yeah, going back to my topic of bad, I guess you want to say backstories for otherwise good characters. Starting with Garou. Um, any fan of One Punch Man to know is leading up to him and Saitama. I've kind of read ahead a little bit to the into the web comics, not too far. I wanted to spoil myself, but then I had second thoughts, so I stopped. I only got slightly past where the current manga drawn by the amazingly talented Yusuke Murata is right now. I probably got like maybe like a chapter ahead of that one with Atomic Samurai. My boy is getting his ass whooped, but hopefully tides will turn soon. It seems like that's where it was heading in the last chapter. But yeah, Garou, great character. Uh, a lot of build up to this anticipated fight with Saitama, but his backstory is horrible to me. Or I should say his reasoning for why he fights isn't good, and I don't know if that was deliberately done by one, because a lot of the humor, or I should say a big part of the series of One Punch Man is the humor, the dry comedy aspect to it. And I don't know if he's kind of poking fun at the typical, oh, this is my story, this is why I feel like I need to, rid the world of heroes and this, that, and the third. Like, give you the typical, or trying to poke fun at the typical villain backstory, while also trying to make you feel sympathy for him. Because I feel it is like, some moments where you see Garou getting bullied as a kid, where he wanted to be the hero, and the popular kid in class always made him the monster, and they ganged up on him and beat him. And then when he got in trouble in class, everyone sided with the popular kid and made Garou look out to be the bad one. And then we see Garou put the beats on I forgot the kid's name. But yeah, you're the one that I basically bullied them every damn day, every time they play Monsters and Heroes. But his reasoning itself, while you can't find sympathy in that, it's just like you seriously feel bad because the monsters didn't or could never win against any of the heroes, and you always thought about it in the perspective of, well, they're trying their hardest too. And I kind of get, like, with the character, I forget, it was like the crab or something like that, some villain. He was just trying to protect the ocean that he lived in. I guess that's like one kind of like woke in a way, with probably like a little global warming message and talking about how humans are messing up the oceans or whatever, and the crab monster was just trying to protect his home environment or whatever. So like I said, you get why it would be sympathy, I guess, a little bit. But yeah, but to the extreme that Garou wants to, wipe out heroes and actually, I don't know if it's actually stated if he actually killed any of them, but it's like it's getting there. So yeah, like I said, for him to feel that strongly about the villains or the monsters getting treated poorly and no one understands their perspective, it's just like, I don't know if one is purposely just trying to poke fun at, the typical shonen villain trope of, well, no one understands my side of what I went through while I'm here. Everybody automatically just takes the side of the hero or the so-called hero, which I guess is kind of interesting. But I feel like they could have fleshed out Garou's story a little bit more than that and gave him a little bit more concrete of a reason as to why he hunts heroes, other than just everybody else rooted for the heroes and didn't understand the bad guys, the monsters. Because it just kind of just seems like, one of them people that just be contrarians just to be a contrarian. Like, I don't want to do what everyone else is doing. I don't want to follow the wave, so to speak. So I'm gonna stick up and root for the other side, or do something that everybody else isn't doing, or what they perceive to be the wrong thing. Like, I don't know. It just seemed kind of whack to me. And the same thing is for, like, well, not even the same thing, but my sentiments are the same for one Bakugou from My Hero Academia again. For you guys just joining, I think this is just poor writing on the part of dang, well, I can't think of his name right now. Oh, they about to be blasphemous to the anime community, especially the My Hero community. But yeah, you know, whatever his name is, who writes and came up with My Hero Academia. I'll pull his name up in a second, but yeah, it's just like Bakugou has this irrational anger as the secondary character, or the rival to the main character, which is Deku, young Midoriya, as All Might would say. It's just like unjustifiable hate. Like, it's like no reason for why Bakugou hates Deku the way he does. But his only reason is because Deku is nice and he's weaker than him, or he perceives him to be weaker. And then when he does things to help him out, like it bothers him to no end. Like, I get it. Even like Vegeta mentioned when he came back, as when Goku came back and as Majin Vegeta, he said, he saved my life as if I was a helpless child and blah blah blah. You guys all remember the speech. So yeah, I guess you could be perturbed that someone that you felt that you were better than your whole life basically does something with where you look like, I guess, the weak one, or the vulnerable one, and they help you out. Someone that you always perceive to be lesser than you. But it's just like, he just seems angry for no reason. Like, it seems like to the extreme. And then like Deku was just sitting there like, should have turned that off. But yeah, Deku was just sitting there like, well, what did I do to deserve this? And honestly, I feel like he should have fucked Bakugo up a long time ago. Like, all the smoke he been giving them for no reason and just being so angry toward them. And yet, you know, Deku's playing, you know, the Jesus Christ role, turn the other cheek, still trying to offer out and extend his hand, you know. And Bakugo is just, I don't know. That to me, since this series has started, it's just like, it's been like horribly written to me. Like, come on, like, I feel like you could have gave Bakugo a little bit more of a reason as to why he kind of despises Deku, instead of only being because he's a goody two shoes and I feel like I'm better than him. And then, like I said, the way that he like just explodes, I know that's probably part of his personality, his quirk and his fire and all that stuff. He got a fiery attitude, but it's just like, it seems it's irrational. To me, it doesn't make any sense. It's not justified as to why he feels so strongly about Deku in a negative sense. I don't know, man, but yeah, you guys, this is a quick little video. You guys give me your thoughts, share your opinions. Just like the video. Like I said, this is my first little character breakdown, quasi in-depth look. It's not really too in-depth, but like, you know, like I said, this topic has been on my mind for a while because these two characters in particular, Garou and Bakugou, I love them. They're great characters, especially when it comes to fighting and things like that, but I just feel like their backstories could have been fleshed out a little bit more. Other than that, like I said, great characters, but I guess their reasonings for their motives for why they do the things that they do is just kind of lackluster and, like I kept saying, irrational in most cases. So yeah, guys, you know, leave comments, tell me what you think, why you think I'm wrong, why you think I'm right, and I'll get back to you next time.